What's happening, people? This is the life of young Semaj 3.5. It's still March 6th. I just decided that that this John 5 couldn't wait anymore, and that people just needed to hear it. So I won't prolong it. I won't procrastinate on it. I'm give you this message of John 5 and let you hear it. So I'm gonna jump right into it, and then I'm gonna go on my date with my lady friend. Okay? Afterwards, Jesus returned to Jerusalem for one of the Jewish holidays. Inside the city, near the sheep gate, was the pool of Bethesda, with 5 covered porches. Crowds of sick people, blind, lame, or paralyzed, lay on the porches. One of the men lying there had been there sick for 38 years. When Jesus saw him and knew he had been ill for a long time, he asked him, "Would you like to get well?" "I can't, sir," the sick man said, "for I have no one to put me in the pool when the water bubbles up, so someone else always gets there ahead of me." Jesus told him, "Stand up, pick up your mat, and walk." Instantly the man was healed. He rolled up his sleeping mat and began walking. But this miracle happened on the Sabbath, so the Jewish leaders objected. They said to the man, "Who has cured you? You can't work on the Sabbath. The law doesn't allow you to carry a sleeping mat." But he replied, "The man who healed me told me to pick up my mat and walk." "Who said such a thing?" they demanded. The man didn't know, for Jesus had disappeared into the crowd. I'm going to stop right there. That was John chapter 5, verse 1 through 13. Okay, let me break this down for you. Alright. First of all, the man was at the pool. An angel would come down and stir up the water in the pool, and the first person to get in the pool would be healed of whatever their lameness, their blindness, or whatever. And the man was there for 38 years. And so I thought to myself as reading this, and God revealed to me that the man was at the pool for 38 years. 38 years. So I thought, wow, this man couldn't like scoot over an inch a day and just roll over into the pool, you know, an inch a day for a year or something like that. You know, he couldn't nudge himself over, or couldn't, you know, have somebody kick him over or something like that. And so really what was revealed to me is that the man, he got comfortable in his situation. He got comfortable in his circumstances. And one way that I know that is because Jesus told him to pick up his mat and walk. What was he doing with the mat? What was he doing with the mat? In another translation, it says pick up your bed and walk. And all of us know that either you know translation that you use, a bed is something that you get comfortable in and that you sleep in, and a mat. What happens to a wrestler? How is a wrestler defeated? When he is pinned to a mat. And so, you know, I said that, I mean, it was revealed to me that this man got quite comfortable in this situation, and he didn't really want to be healed. So, and another thing is that everyone else around the pool, they were either lame, blind, or paralyzed. So this man really had no one. Everybody else was in the same situation that he was in. This man had no one to encourage him because the other people were in the same situation trying to get out. So in our lives, whether it be a drug addiction, whether it be addiction to sex or porn, if we're hanging around the same people who are lame and who are addicted to the same things that we're addicted to, then how can we get out of our situations? You know, how can they give us any advice when they're stuck in the same situation? So Now Jesus I was wondering, I was like, so God, why didn't you just tell the man to be healed and just to leave, you know? But Jesus told him to pick up his mat or bed and walk. And it was revealed to me that when the man picked it up, in another translation it says to take control of your mat, or to pick up. When you pick up something, you have control over it. So when this man got healed, he took control over whatever had him bound, whatever had him comfortable. That thing that had him comfortable in his circumstances, in his situations, he now had control of it. He was carrying it. You know, if you're going to carry something, you have control of it. If you don't, then it's slipping and falling, and you know, you're not carrying it. You're just fumbling with it. So he had control. Now that Jesus had healed him, he had control over that thing that had him bound, that thing that had him comfortable in his situation and in his circumstances. So we have to gain control over that. And you know, another thing, he got up and walked, and the Pharisees and religious teachers, they saw him, and you know, they saw that he had control over this mat, and they saw, you know, this man who's been here for 38 years now has control over this mat, has control, and he's walking, you know, he's healed. So, you know, we're not just to be healed or break our addictions. You know, God doesn't break our addictions and bring us out for us to just, you know, sit there. You know, we're supposed to go and let people see and tell people, you know, that we're no longer bound. Let people see that we're no longer bound, and tell people the reason why that we're no longer bound and no longer comfortable in those situations. And so that's where our testimony comes in. The Bible says that we overcome by the word of our testimony and by the blood of the Lamb. So, you know, now this man has control, and you know, and people are seeing that he has control. And another reason why the man shouldn't have, why Jesus told the man to pick up his mat, is because if he had left his bed, if he had left his mat there, how easy it would have been for the next person to come along, you know, and see that mat, see that porn addiction, see that sex addiction, see that drug addiction, and say, hey, I'll just lay here, you know, and lay right in that thing. So he had to pick it up and go and tell people and let people see that he was healed from it, you know. And so that's what we're called to do. You know, we're called to pick up our mat and walk. We're called to stop being so comfortable, you know, in these situations. Get uncomfortable, you know. Don't get uncomfortable with the life don't be comfortable with the life that you live in, you know. Want more. Want the purpose that God has for you. And later on, they find out that it was Jesus who healed the man, because Jesus comes back and talks to the man. But I just thought that was very powerful, you know, that this man, he was there for 38 years, and that the people around him was in the same position that he was in. And that's how a lot of us are today. You know, we're stuck where we are because the people around us, because we're comfortable. So we need to get around some good Christian people and stay around them, some people who can pour into our lives. And we need to be able to pour into other people's lives and let people see, you know, all my homeboys, you know, all my old homeboys and whatnot, they know how I was. They were there when I caught charges and everything. And now they see me living for the Lord. You know, that's real. You know what I mean? That's real stuff. That's nothing fake. So I encourage you, you know, to pick up your mat and walk today, and for the rest of your days. You know what I mean? And go and tell somebody about Jesus. Go spread the gospel. I love y'all. This is Young Semaj, the life of Young Semaj 3.5. Y'all have a great weekend, and tune in. Tell somebody about it. Email people, post it on MySpace, whatever you got to do. YoungSemaj.com. Love you.